Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and it's Thursday, September 26th. You're watching Phuket Xtra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. A corruption charge is coming down on the former mayor of Kathu, as an anti-corruption official says that he paid a road construction contractor despite the work not yet having been complete. The announcement was made by the Assistant Secretary General of the National Anti-Corruption Commission Region 8 office in Southern Thailand on a Wednesday. He identified 7 ongoing cases of corruption across 7 southern provinces, with total damages exceeding 7 million baht. One of those cases is of the Ex-Kathu Mayor and his associates for paying the road construction contractor for work that was not done. The provinces with the most complaints were Nakhon Si Thammarat, Surat Thani, Chumpon, Phuket, Phang Nga, Krabi, and Ranong, respectively. Nakhon Si Thammarat province recorded the highest number of complaints, including the case of a former mayor in that province, along with 5 others who were charged with embezzling 39 checks totaling more than 3.4 million baht. Then in Krabi, officers at Krabi Hospital were accused of misusing over 1.2 million baht in overtime payments. Meanwhile, in neighboring Phang Nga province, the former chief of a mangrove forest station was indicted for using government vehicles for personal use and claiming fuel expenses. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Just over 3 million people nationwide, as part of the vulnerable group of citizens in the country, were the first to receive their 10,000 baht welfare handout as part of the current government's economic stimulus program, including the Gypsies on Koh Day right here in Phuket. The 10,000 baht payment is part of the government's effort to support vulnerable groups during challenging economic times, and the lively scenes at ATMs in Phuket reflect the significant impact this assistance is having on local communities. In Lem Tuke, where most residents work as fishermen or laborers, around 500 individuals out of over 2,000 villagers received the financial aid, according to reports. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra officially kicked off the 10,000 baht cash handout scheme during a launch ceremony in Bangkok on Wednesday. The 10,000 baht handout to vulnerable groups is the remains of a core policy promise by the Pheu Thai Party last year to hand out 10,000 baht to all Thai citizens. The first phase prioritizes the distribution of funds to 12.4 million state welfare card holders and 2.1 disability card holders via PromptPay, linked to their national ID numbers. Premier Paetongtarn also said that the government will go ahead with the digital wallet program to revitalize the economy and lay the foundation for a digital economy that will facilitate transactions and ensures more transparency. She promised that the second and third phases of the stimulus handout scheme would be launched by the end of the year. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Just before you break a bone.
Low reimbursements for some patient services is leading to significant losses for private hospitals affiliated with the government's social security system, and it's prompting many of these hospitals to opt out of the government healthcare scheme. Over the last 10 years, 30 private hospitals canceled their affiliation with the SSO due to the low amount that they would be reimbursed for treating patients with serious conditions. The Bangkok Post reports that the SSO health insurance scheme covers treatment at public hospitals and affiliated private hospitals. Payments are made from the Social Security Fund, and the SSO budgets 1,808 baht for each patient for basic medical coverage since last year, up from the previous 1,640 Thai baht. But the Social Security Office has cut payments to affiliated hospitals for patients with serious or chronic health problems under a, quote, adjusted relative weight formula. Payment to affiliated hospitals under the scheme was set at 12,000 baht, adjusted relative weight in 2020. It was reduced to 10,000 baht in 2022. This year, the payment had been reduced in the last 2 months to 7,200 baht, according to the Private Hospitals Association. The SSO is under the Labor Ministry, and it has about 25 million members this year. The president of the Private Hospitals Association says that if this continues and more private hospitals leave the SSO, then it would place an added burden on public hospitals to pick up the slack. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The 25th International Island Tourism Policy Forum kicked off this week in Phuket, marking a significant milestone for the event as it celebrates its 25th anniversary. Held at the Pullman Karon Beach Phuket Resort, the forum attracted over 150 leaders and policymakers from island destinations worldwide, including Hainan Province in China, Jeju Island in Korea, Okinawa in Japan, and Bali in Indonesia. The opening ceremony, presided over by Phuket Governor Sopon Suwanarat, set the tone for discussions centered on sustainable tourism and community development. Delegates shared visions for the future of island tourism, and a cooperation agreement was signed. Today, participants have embarked on a study tour of Phuket's sustainable tourism practices, including efforts to transform the province into a carbon-neutral tourism hub by 2030. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thanks for catching up with us here on Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.